So everyone keeps asking me when we're gonna have another baby.
Right.
And it's so frustrating. I just had a baby.
Only 15 months.
Right.
Here's what I've been sipping on. What is an appropriate like age gap in between like your children? Like I have a 15-month-old.
What's next?
If I got pregnant today, plus 9 months, 9 plus 5, 14, they'd be like 2 years and a month.
Me and my sister are 15 months apart.
And how's that? Do you feel like you guys are...
We grew up like twins. Like everything, we dressed together, we dressed alike, we went to school together. Legit, when we was in elementary, she got boosted up, we graduated school, high school, everything we were doing together. And then now in our adult life, we're not as close as we were when we were younger because we were like forcibly close. Like that's still my sister, but it's just like everything was Cheyenne Monique, Cheyenne Monique, Cheyenne Monique.
It was never a Cheyenne and a Monique.
Right.
So maybe it's like beneficial for the parents because it's like you guys are the same age, everything's easier, but not so much for the children.
Is that how you feel? Like your identity was attached to your sister?
Somewhat, like in a way, because one, everything legit was Cheyenne and Monique. Like whatever, like y'all know, my birthday parties.
Monique
if it's
getting a
my
present.
birthday, my sister was getting a gift.
Yes.
If it was her
I remember
birthday,
that.
I was getting a gift. Like we were doing everything together.
Yeah.
But we both are two different individuals.
Totally
like
different.
I'm more of a, well, back then I was more of a shy, quiet, like laid back type of girl. Well, now I'm more outspoken. Whereas before she was the outspoken, the wildcat, and I just was like,
okay, do your thing.
You're bold. She's still a little firecracker, but I think I'm more of like an explosion.
You know what?
Not just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm more of a explosion, right?
Nah. And then our little brother Tyler, he's like 9. I was 9 when my mom had him, so it's just like a huge difference from having someone that you were like back to back with, and then someone that's like
So far apart.
Right. Like you're the same generation, but you're decades apart. It feels.
It felt like that, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Well, I don't have really a sibling attachment, I don't think.
You have a lot of siblings.
But
is
I'm
the
not
oldest.
closest. I'm the oldest out of many.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
Out of a lot of siblings, but I don't have anyone like that was right next to me. It can be easier. Like having, like my 1-year-old is just getting out of diapers, I guess. And like having to do diapers again. You get what I'm saying? No, not my 1-year-old. I'm saying she's not out of diapers. No, my 1 year is not in diapers. But if I was to have a kid right now, it would be stressful. I think because my baby is still a baby attached to me. Some people's kids aren't that attached, but
do you want to have like a larger gap or a small gap? So
I want a smaller gap to be.
So if you got pregnant today and you had a baby, fast forward 9 months, your kids would be about 2 years, 10 months apart.
Yep. It depends how my baby is at that. Because my baby right now, I will be stressed because I will feel like my baby is going to be way too attached to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could be hard. It will be hard, but it would just be, my view of getting them, like doing them so close is getting it done. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because
I understand that.
Yeah.
You know, my sister-in-law, she's awesome. She's currently pregnant. And her daughter just turned 1. So her kids are going to be less than 2 years apart. And she, I think, is still getting over the initial shock of being pregnant again. But she always said, like, she felt like she was created to be a mom. Like, she felt like she was not going to be living at her purpose until she had children who she could enjoy and love on. But it's funny that we could say one thing out of our mouths, and then when life happens, you're like, whoa. Like, is that really what I want? So, like, it's interesting to me because I keep saying, like, don't talk to me about my second kid. Like, I do not want to think about it. Like, my siblings and I were all 4.5 years apart. I don't think my mom was super intentional about that, but I'm thankful for it. Yeah, I feel like it worked. Like, we all had our separate identities. We all have a very different relationship with my mom. And I think part of that is because we could go through that baby phase.
Right.
We could go through the toddler phase.
Yeah, all had your time.
Independently. Yes. Yeah, so I want to have more kids, you know, contrary to what some of our other family members believe.
Yeah, I had a baby.
My cousins wrote me off. Not these cousins, but two of my other cousins thought that I didn't want to have kids because I...
Bougie.
Oh my gosh, I'm 30, okay? I just spit. I'm 30, okay?
Definitely seen that happen.
And I wanted to have children when I was ready, when I was in a committed relationship that I knew that I had a partner for life with, because being a parent is hard AF. And like after I had my daughter, seriously, I used to be like, I don't know how
anybody do it by themselves.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So I mean, completely different kind of topic, but I guess like our sips is I'm gonna take a sip.
I have a
We'll
1-year-old,
jump into
almost 2-year-old. You have a 15-month-old.
You have grown men.
I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Yeah. 3 years apart. I think their relationship is so precious.
No, their relationship is great. And they're two different people.
Riley was 2 when I was pregnant with Marquise. I had a newborn and I had a toddler.
Was your toddler potty trained?
Oh, he was potty trained.
Good.
Because that was on
because you had them,
I made a complete 6 months, no binky, 9 months, no bottle, cups from here on out.
Don't feel bad, girls are different.
Girl, I don't feel bad. I know my
It's going to
struggle.
be harder for boys because I'm like,
my
how am I going to
struggle.
show him how to do this or whatever? But
This has been really, really good. Cheyenne, do you want to just wrap it up?
yeah, well, basically, the question was, what is the appropriate age gap between children? I think 3 years is fine, but then you have other people who's when they're ready is when they're ready. Like, you cannot put a timestamp on when you should have a child. I feel like when it's time to have a child, you have a child. Meanwhile, enjoy the child or children that you have at the moment.
I love that.
I agree. If you guys agree, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, let us know what you guys think the appropriate age gap is. And if you guys are interested in what we're sipping on next week, come back, subscribe.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
See you next week.
Thanks for coming and sipping with us. We gotta get rolling. Hey, we gotta get it